It's coming from you.
Can you turn the volume down a little bit?
Turn the volume up.
Turn the volume down a little bit? He's coming through pretty loud.
Okay. He keeps lighting up when I hear that.
Is there a disadvantage of?
I don't have anything on, Nancy.
Oh, you don't? Okay, then
No.
you're
Pardon,
good.
Fred?
Then hang tight.
Is there a disadvantage of making it conditional?
No. I don't see any disadvantage in it. Other than we would have to, the commission would subsequently have to write some general conditions to fit that particular situation.
Okay, since I think we have reasonably good arguments for both. Conditional, I think, would be the safest.
I think it's a track we've taken with most everything through here, so.
Did you agree with that, Dave?
No, I just thought it was settled, but I didn't, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Anyway,
okay. All right, then we're just gonna leave it as conditional for now. And again, so something they can discuss in future amendments, because this isn't gonna be the last amendment, I believe, to this document ever.
yeah,
I don't think so.
Frank makes a good point, though. There should be some conditions discussed by the zoning commission, if that's how it's going to remain.
Right, they'll have to set some specific conditions.
Okay, were there any other points of discussion?
The only other one I saw, the auto sales, I seem to recollect that that was going to be NP in B1A. I seem to remember that we went past it, and then I said, well, wait a minute, what's the definition of auto sales? It may include things more than just car sales. And I think when the definition was examined, it does include different types of vehicles that might be a little more intrusive than just auto sales. So for some reason, I just recollected, I thought that
Well,
was changed to NP, but
I think the fact that we've got it in as conditional, that'll allow us to address any of those issues when somebody starts selling semis and spaceships out of there.
yeah.
Well, I kind of have an issue with auto sales in general, because you show me an auto sales place in northeastern Ohio that doesn't do repair. I don't know, but I don't know of one. I mean, I can think of Preston and Burton Junction and up there on Munson. You go over here to, what's the new one, Liberty Ford. They all have garages and service, do repair work. And are we opening the door by allowing auto sales in all those districts down there and not allowing auto repair along with it? Because the commission did take auto repair out.
Well, auto repair is conditional in both of those districts.
Okay,
And so the automobile sales is also conditional in both of
Okay.
those districts. So if somebody were to come in and want to do strictly auto sales or strictly repair or both, they'd have to let us know up front, and then we handle it accordingly.
And even without going into the big dealerships, the
oh yeah,
resale used cars,
Yeah.
most of them have a bay.
right, that's
At
what
least.
I just wanna make sure, because I remember at one point we took auto repair out of that district down there and shoved it up here in B1, and now we're putting auto sales back in. Let's make sure we be able to repair them as well, because I don't know of any dealership that doesn't do some kind of minor, even if it's minor repair,
Somewhat ironically, that was the third biggest Massey Ferguson dealership in the country at one point down here,
Mhm.
where Jason is now.
Well, On the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway in Bedford,
Yeah.
there's an old Clark station there, which has been selling cars for probably 20 years. And it was really just a gas station, no repair facilities, just cars, so they do exist.
Okay.
I can't think of any other ones except for that one. Okay, any other comments, criticisms? Going once, going twice. Motion to close the,
Yeah, I will make a
Public hearing.
motion to close the public hearing for 2021-03.
okay, I will second. All right,
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
yes. Okay, we've got a few minutes till,
Okay, we have 20 days to vote on that, so we can either vote on it tonight or at the next meeting. One or the other, up to you.
I'll think about it and get
You
Dave.
think about it.
Here, I got a good question for you. I got a call the other day, somebody wants to rent the pavilion, and it's actually a business in Auburn Township. So do they get the Auburn Township rate?
The business is in
guess.
Auburn Township,
Yeah,
is the business running it?
yeah,
I would say,
There you go.
yeah. That's a cheap company party.
Betty was asking me if I could let them in, her and Jake, into Adam Hall tomorrow night.
What's
If they
tomorrow?
wanna- They wanna come up and kind of table and chairs and stuff for their, reunion.
Oh, yeah, but, there's voting tomorrow.
Wednesday night, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure. We got the unusual voting calls today. Where do I vote?
they're setting up right now.
You didn't think it'd be that much of an issue. Okay, we only got one place now.
I know, I know, I go, do you live in Auburn Township?
I mean, it was a little different when we had 5 of them, and we were zipping them around different places. But
One person was like, and what time do they open? So I tell them, and she goes, and what are the issues? And I go, you know, if you're the Board of
How should I
Elections.
vote?
She goes, oh, the Board of Elections, that's who handles that.
say, hey, got some people going up, just drop off your proxy, we'll take care of that for you.
One person wanted an absentee ballot. I'm like, I think, isn't it too late? Can you get it the day before?
Oh, it's too late.
That's what I thought. Got another call from somebody that was about renting the pavilion, but she thought she gets the whole park. Seriously, she thinks we're shut down the park and the whole park is hers. I'm like,
So $250, we'll give it a whole township for 4 hours.
And I'm gonna put a picture of the pavilion on the website because people are thinking that the Parker building is the pavilion.
Yeah, they don't know that's there yet, probably.
Yeah. ever see those big trucks out there like that say Cernas Produce and that? Is that our Cerna?
It's a relative, but no, it's,
I'm like,
I've
what-
asked Craig that before, and he says, I wish. but
Yeah, yeah. I wondered if he just pays a monthly fee for advertising or something.
Sons or whatever.
What are those? Are those your hearing aids?
Huh?
Are those your hearing aids?
What?
Here's my new cheapy little one, and
Yeah.
but this has
What's the
a,
other one?
huh?
You said a cheapy little one?
And my
Oh, Bluetooth?
big cheapy one.
Oh. And
This
which
one has a
works
higher
better?
frequency response if I sit here and listen to your squeaky voice all day. Try it now,
Hello?
much better. Okay.
I know you said last week you wished you had your hearing aids.
Yeah, like I said, I pretty much learned how to read people's mouths, and this whole mask thing has really messed that up.
I can't hear you, I'm wearing a mask. Is Mario coming? Wait, I was sitting waiting.
She went by, he was-
2
called me,
minutes
wanted to
to-
know what was going on, he thought he was late.
Oh. I'll get him a chair. You can sit over here by you, or behind you. Speak of the devil.
Nancy was thinking about you, she just pulled the chair up.
See? Nice and warm too.
Great.
Hey, Mark.
Evening, how are you?
Peachy. Just keeping a mask on to hide that Frito Bandito mustache of yours.
Don't. Keep that on the down low.
Yeah.
Little backlog on the, payment invoices. Yeah. Some, right.
Look at this, Emmerich. He kills me. He looks like he's in a crystal ball.
So,
You're
Lardy.
Emmerich.
That's what I was just thinking, man, he's got the Pilardi thing going there. Love it.
And then we've got ZZ Top on the left.
don't quote me on those.
Emmerich, you look like you're in a crystal ball.
No, I'm the head of the road
It's
department.
just a head,
Aren't I?
yeah. Next
Yes,
head-
you are.
Next header.
I'm in the dark room. With a black shirt.
You should hold it flashlight under his nose and get spooky stories.
Go get a flashlight, hold it under your chin.
Goulardi.
Hey there, Jack. What you got going on there? Oh my lord. How is it that I'm looking like you now?
Turn blue.
Oh,
You're a purple kniff.
You guys have been hanging around too much.
I rolled there for a second and I lost Fred. Yeah. Ready, Freddie?
Yes, sir.
Mario, how would you like to lead us in the pledge of allegiance, sir?
Absolutely. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mario. Okay. All right, and we have our guest speaker tonight, Mario Manacci.
All right. So after discussing with Mike at our fire department board meetings, he told us that we would be able to increase our funding amount for our contract for this year up to the amount that the levy appropriated for us. So I have a contract for an additional $334,555, which is the balance between the difference of our $696,000 contract this year that we signed originally on December 21st. So we have an estimated $175,200 of that going towards our station staffing, which is the addition of a fourth guy, 24/7, and the remaining $159,355 going towards equipment purchases, station supplies, things like that. So I will give you guys 2 copies here.
Okay, now, just to bring everybody up to speed, we had an additional levy put on for the fire department. It passed. They were courteous enough to keep their contract at the 2020 rate for 6 months to allow us to figure out exactly how much our collections would be. And we said, well, we'll readdress it at the beginning of the year. Fred's confirmed those funds are available. So what we're doing is we're adjusting the original agreement to add those funds. And the way we handled it is that the first contract, there's 3 contract payments. The first one was made at the old rate. And then what we're doing is adding to what that amount would have been, half of the remaining amount, so that the next 2 payments will then bring them up to the what was agreed on to be the original 2021 contract. Then again, the contract will be $1,030,555. Now the 2022 contract, that will be the same annual rate, but then that'll be in 3 equal installments. And they were kind enough to let us do it this way so that we could confirm the funds availability. Fred did confirm that. We did run this past the prosecutor's office, and the one addition we made besides the changes was the actual verbiage here. And this comment in particular, this agreement increases the annual contract amount from $696,000 annually to $1,030,555 annually. These additional funds will be used to add sufficient personnel to the corporation roster and increase the on-duty staffing level from 3 to 4 at an estimated cost of $175,000. Attraction, recruitment, and training efforts to support these plans are currently underway. Additions plans for equipment purchases in the amount of $159,355 are also in progress. By mutual agreement of the parties, the 2020 contract is not increased for 2021 due to the inability of to project the exact amount and availability of the additional funding to be generated by the new 1.8 mil levy passed on November 3rd, 2020. The parties agreed to revise this contract for the new amount, which enabled the distribution of the additional $334,555 in levy funds in the last two contract payments. Any comments? Okay, I would like to make a motion to execute and accept the contract as proposed by the fire department and the board of trustees and approved by the prosecutor's office.
Second.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay.
Chief and I have discussed this privately, but what's our status on the recruitment and where are we at?
So, we are currently still actively recruiting people. Our goal, we are going to add a fourth position at night starting June 1st, with the goal to have enough personnel to support that 24/7 by the first of the year. So we've had a number of good applicants. We have, I believe, 6 people right now currently in our hiring process.
You've interviewed?
Yeah, that we've interviewed. We have 2 gentlemen who just finished their training period, and another 2 who are still currently in that process right now. So we've been able to make some good strides so far this year.
Okay, BJ, you'll sign those two, and you can pass those over to Mario, and he can sign his portion of it.
I think I need to
Give
sign
back to Fred, and he can sign his. All right, and we're all done. Okay, and while we're doing that, we had minute approval from the regular meeting of April 19th. I didn't have any comments.
No, are we doing, we're gonna continue the minutes for the public hearing, or? How do we do this, Fred? Is there a partial here on the public hearing? Yes, I think that's how it's.
yeah, yes.
Yeah,
So we have 2 sets of minutes.
we do 2 sets.
Just approve, we need to approve both.
Okay. All right, we'll start out with the regular minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry now. Regular minutes?
Is that a motion?
Yes. Was that a
Second.
motion?
Okay. PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay, and then we have the minutes from the hearing on the zoning amendment.
Yeah, I think that covers the discussion we had, and ultimately led to what we did tonight, so I will make a motion to approve those, the minutes from the public hearing for
Okay.
2103 that was continued to tonight.
All second?
okay. PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay, those all signed off. All right, Mario?
And then one of these will be for you guys, and then one time.
Okay. And we'll let you go because I know you have important duties to do other than watch us.
I like to stay in the know.
But, you know, you're more than welcome to stay since, you know, it's fun. Okay, scheduled reports, Emmer Gordon.
Hi, guys. Auburn Township Road Department report for April 2021. April had 3 weather events requiring 4 rounds of salting and or plowing. The total materials used was 99 tons. This just about equals our most used amount of 100 tons in 2017. Our new average for the month stands at 25 tons, with the new yearly average at 1,743 tons. We do commit to 2,000 tons annually, so that does cover the yearly average. We did receive the 1,400 tons, the balance of our committed amount, which satisfies last year's contract. Our resolution to participate and our 2020, 21, and 2022 committed amount has been accepted by ODOT, and we should expect to see them go out to bid soon. Currently, we have approximately 1,800 tons of de-icing material in our dome, which represents a year's average. Our supplier this year was Compass Materials out of Canada. The material was on a dock in Cleveland, and with our hauler, we absolutely had no problem securing salt in a timely fashion. So I was very satisfied with what ODOT had there. The one thing that's peculiar, a company out of Canada, they secured 61 out of the 88 counties to supply salt. And the price was very attractive at $47.49 a ton. Ditching projects were done on Taylor May, Stafford, and Valley Road. These are small projects, typically resident requests. I do have a running list carryover from last year as well. Brush, limbs, and 2 trees were removed on various roads around the township, and we have received our mow chipper, and we'll be using it throughout the summer to chip branches and trees felled by recent storms that are encroaching on the roads and filling our ditches. This mow chipper that we did receive, our vendor did state this was the last one that they did produce. They have a list of customers waiting. According to them, the supply chain, there's been a disruption, and they're not able to produce anymore. I think for the next couple of months that they won't be getting another chipper. We're lucky to get ours. Cold patching was done on several roads as well as berm repair. The asphalt plants are open, so we'll switch to that later in the year. The well is finished in the park, and gravel has been filled in the trenches in the walkway, and the building interior, preparing them for concrete restoration. So we're waiting on that as well to get that patching done there in the walkway and inside. Based on my casual observation, the new park pavilion is getting quite the use and seems to be the perfect addition to what everyone is telling me is a wonderful place to relax, play, and or get some refreshing outdoor exercise. Very excited. I did talk with Nancy today. We can tell that the use is there. As far as emptying, I know this is a small, but emptying the garbage up there. We are getting the cans full quite often, and we're seeing quite a bit of use there. The 33% load reduction signs were released by Geauga County Commissioners, and we did remove them. We did have one dry pipe that was replaced, and here for some reason we have an unusual amount of requests for additional dry pipe replacements around the township. Typically, dry pipes I'll get anywhere 10 to a dozen. We're almost double that with requests right now as far as swapping out these dry pipes. We did have one full interment at Shadeside Cemetery, and that was it for the interments. I did get a Highland tree. They are going to take down, I think PJ, you're aware of those 2 big trees there. The 2 large ash trees. One's really big, and they are dropping branches with every large wind. So they'll be in there before Memorial Day, and we'll get those taken care of.
Yep.
That's what I got for you guys.
All right, there any questions?
While you're up, why don't we go into the contracts for the projects?
Sure. Go ahead. Did one of the trustees have numbers on that, or?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't have them right in front of me. I could,
I do.
the numbers. Go ahead.
We've got them here, Emmerich. We can go over them.
Okay, we opened bids last Friday? No, week ago Friday.
Correct, the
Week ago
23rd.
Friday, yeah. And 3 bidders on each project, I believe. So we'll start with various roads. resurfacing, reviewed bids submitted for the above referenced project. Lowest and best bid for this project was submitted by the Perk Company Incorporated from Cleveland, Ohio. The amount of $244,336.10. Engineer's estimate was $275,000. It's recommendation of this office that the project be awarded to the Perk Company. Bid bond held, et cetera, et cetera. And we've got some contract documents here. So that's asphalt, that's various roads. I'm gonna make a motion that we award this to the Perk Company Incorporated from Cleveland, Ohio for the amount of $244,336.10.
I will second. PJ?
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Okay, reconstruction of Stafford Road, we opened bids for that as well. I think there were 3 bids there. The engineer's office has reviewed the bids submitted for the above referenced project. Lowest and best bid for this project was submitted by Eclipse Company from Sugar Falls, Auburn, Ohio, in the amount of $916,494. Engineer's estimate on this project was $975,000. And bid bond submitted, etc. with that. And we have documents here for that tonight, I think, as well. So I'm gonna make a motion that we award this project based on the engineer's recommendation to Eclipse Company for $916,494.
And again, I will second.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
You need to note as well that we are receiving issue 1 money on that project, Stafford Road.
Yeah, that should cover $300,000, so about a third.
That's right.
Okay. Frank Kitco, zoning inspector report.
Okay, gentlemen, you should all have a copy of activity for April. We issued 14 applications. And you can see they're pretty well spread out. We do have a total of, to date, 5 new homes being built in the township. And they're kind of spread out. There's a couple on Edinburgh and one down on Franks, or one on Stafford, not Franks, on Stafford, so they're kind of spread out. And I'm surprised anybody's building with the cost of material, but they are, so God bless them. We do have 3 variances or conditional uses to hear, I believe next Tuesday. I think they're all on the dock for next Tuesday night. Unless one withdraws. That's all I have.
Okay, anybody have any questions for Frank? Okay, trustee reports. Mr. Everly.
You know, I think that those projects will take care of me.
Okay. PJ?
Yeah, just looking ahead to Memorial Day, our speaker is gonna be Jessica Brown. I don't know what her rank was, but she's a Newberry resident, running a local business here, a young lady that's involved in the community. And Nancy and I are gonna be working, I got some family obligations, gonna take up the rest of this week, but we'll have the agenda schedule for the next meeting.
Okay. Fred?
Mike. I have a couple of things here. First off, I've got warrants in front of you numbered 6361 through 6379, totaling $53,070.71. And I have a resolution for supplemental appropriations Resolution 2021-15. And be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, the following supplemental appropriations are necessary. $6,384.97 to account 1,110,315 election expenses, and that related to the levy, and it was passed.
Okay. Motion to approve,
Second.
Okay. PJ?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
And then, something here just for your consideration. Middlefield Bank, we've been doing business with them. They've always been very attentive to our accounts, good customer service. But they want to start charging us monthly fees, which they didn't charge us before. An ACH fee, a remote deposit capture fee, a positive pay fee. It's $25 for the ACH fee a month, $75 for the remote deposit capture, and $30 for the positive pay services.
That's a flat fee per month?
Yeah, for each one, per month. I guess I'm just asking if you guys would authorize me to take a look at some other providers for just these
They're kind of
accounts.
asking you to, aren't they? So.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be,
Yeah, they're pretty much asking you to go to another bank, so who would argue with them?
Well, they're asking you to look around, which it's any vendor, that's kind of how it works.
Same with First National, we've got issues with them, we keep a small amount with First National in a money market fund, and again, they started charging us, dormant, it's not a dormant account fee, it's just that you're not using your account enough, so we're gonna charge you every month for it. It's only $10, but it's still kind of, we're gonna get that money out of
Well,
there.
maybe you should take that $10 out and put it someplace else.
Right.
Yeah, do you need a motion for that, or I don't think so?
No, I'm just asking if you guys think it'd be prudent to look
Yes.
around, that's all.
I would agree with that, yes.
Yeah, they're kind of asking you to look around a little bit, so. And it's any vendor that you're with for a long
Well,
period
it's a
of
little
time.
frustrating because we've had a lot of money
Yeah.
with them in loans and other.
Well, they probably read where you're going out and selling some bonds
Maybe.
and calling in your loans, so.
But
Well, they're
that,
bidding on, they got a chance to quote.
yeah, that was what I was gonna bring up. I did reach out to them and ask them to put in a bid for the bond proposal. So we'll see if they get back to us, I'm sure they will. We've been having, there's a lot of lenders that don't wanna take on a shorter term bond, or I mean a longer term bond, they wanna do a shorter term bond, like a 10-year. So I'm gonna look in to see what that would cost us in cash flow if we were to go to a 10-year term. But we do have some interest out there. There's one lender that's interested, and I just need to get a little bit of information back to them. So that's where we're at.
Okay. All right. Okay, old business, we took care of the zoning amendment. Is that kind of, any additional on the bond financing? Any additional feedback on the bond financing? Or is that
No,
just-
that's pretty much it. We've sent it out to several lenders, the request for proposals, as what our consultants suggested. We sent them to those lenders, and we've gotten some feedback. Again, a lot of them don't want to commit to a 20-year term, and as PJ and I discussed, you know, the rates, they look like they're gonna be going up, so
That's why they don't wanna go
they
20
don't
years
have
out.
any real reason to.
Real motivation to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
it.
Okay, so, took care of the asphalt resurface and Stafford Road under new business. And I just wanted to comment on the cleanup day. Typically, we have 30, 40 people on the high side. We had over 100 people show up for cleanup day. And, Emmerich, you still there? How much trash did they bring in off the roads?
That 10-yarder is just about full.
Okay, so
That's good.
10 yards of trash was picked up that day, so it was, that was out of the parks, and we tried to keep everybody off the main roads, but I thank the scouts and 4-H and the road department guys, everybody was involved in that. It was really, really successful, and Nancy does a lot of work for that every year to get us all set up and making sure that the hot dogs and refreshments are there, and everybody really appreciated the what we did for them in that respect. So it was a good event, and I just want to thank everybody that was involved.
I just think it indicates that a lot of people are sick of this quarantine, stay-at-home nonsense, and eager to get back to normal. I'm sure showed that day.
Yeah, and I gotta say thanks to Nancy for getting the word out there, because that's what really attracted people to come in.
We did get a good response this year.
Yeah. And I was out with our Boy Scout troop picking up garbage, and it's just it's just amazing what people will just toss on the roadside. I mean, the things that we found, and lots of tires, the roof off of somebody's shed, just, you know, bags of dirty diapers, and just all kinds of nonsense.
I saw one of the group leaders was commenting about the number of beer cans, and they just wanted everybody to know that Budweiser is the preferred beer of people that litter. I thought that was kind of a nice thing to post. But.
Well, on Crackle Road, it's Mike's Hard Lemonade is the preferred.
Is that
But we're pretty sure that comes from Manaway, so don't want to blame our residents for anything.
all right? Okay, last item under new business, franchise fees from CSC Holdings, aka Sunlink, $2,507.02. Anybody got any ideas what we can do with that?
Let's send that over to Acquisition and Improvement Fund.
Okay,
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
And on Stafford Road down my way, you got a lot of Suddenlink cables laying in the ditch. I guess we could have picked up on that one too.
yeah, we found those too.
Yeah.
Down on Crackle, just big. I mean, you could probably take them to the
I was wondering why the dumpster was
recycling
full of
shop.
cables.
Yeah.
Yeah, good enough.
Well, that's been replaced with 1 gig service. That's what that is.
All right. Any public comment?
Yes. Would like clarification on 2 warrants. The first one, Brennan and Flower, is it an audit this year?
No, they're not an audit company. They administer our health savings accounts.
Okay, still, but it's not an audit, 195. Has nothing to do with an audit coming up.
No.
Okay, cool. And then the other one, 6366, the Morbark,
Oh, that was the chipper that Emmerich was
the
talking
chipper.
about.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Any other comments? Going once, going twice?
And Mike, I'd like to add one more thing if I could. I did stop in last week and I had a casual conversation with Fred. Our guys went to fit the controls for the new truck to the driver, they make it ergonomic so he's comfortable in the driving. A couple of the things that they did relay to us, they're having a really hard time sourcing out raw materials and other components as well as their vendors that are supplying them. We were on a 9-month build, now we're up to a 12-month build. We were forewarned by this company that's doing the upfit. In the future, the next trucks will take anywhere from 16 to 18 months to complete if you can get a chassis. Mike Ludwig and I, we did talk. He did reach out to the local companies that we typically use, International, Western Star, Map, and we're going to start conversations with these people to see the availability of chassis. The one thing that we ran into is that there's a surcharge 9 months ago. You can't lock in steel prices, and it's looking right now there's an upcharge of possibly up to $20,000 on this build. This is something we didn't expect. I'm glad the roads came in a little lower than what the estimates were. We'll have to take some of that. I just wanted to prepare you guys that we need to start thinking now to replace truck 16, which is it's an anomaly truck. It's not in the 14-year rotation that we typically do. It falls in between two of the other trucks. So I think we need to start investigating now and start our discussions, at least with the board, as far as how we're going to secure the money and what is the money going to be like for these new builds. If we're looking at 150 to 170 now for a single axle dump, I mean the price is really climbing up there. The one thing that they did, I don't want to say blame it on, I guess evidently there's a 5 or 6 mile long thing of ships out on the west coast trying to get into port with materials on board that no one can get their hands on. According to other people we talked with, everyone's seeing the same thing. I don't want to call it shortages, just that you can't get your hands on these raw materials. So I just want to, start talking with you guys about that and see where we can place this truck 16 and how long we have to set the monies aside for it.
Okay, Emmerich, I was here and I think I was the same day you talked to Fred about this. Is there anything in our purchase agreement on this truck that they can add that kind of surcharge?
We have to go and look back.
Yeah, we have to look back at that. That's astounding. That's like 15% of the truck,
Mm-hmm.
I left here and started scratching my head about that. Where is that language that we can be assessed a surcharge after a purchase agreement?
Yeah, have to review the contracts then to
I
start.
think we need to do that. I think I know just the person to do that kind of thing. So, and as far as that schedule goes on a build, yeah, they're that's a CYA on their part because you find shortages everywhere. Frank was mentioning lumber earlier, and kind of some other things that go along with concrete business we were talking about. So we're finding that in the agriculture business too. So that I guess we'll have to live with and work with them. But the surcharges, that kind of that's a slap in the head.
Hey, yeah, Rick, I kind of remember we have a penalty for not delivering.
Is there in the truck? I'm not sure if that was
I believe if I remember correctly, there is.
Because right now we're at the 12-month mark.
We've been following that along here and when did all of a sudden did it go from, we're gonna be a month maybe behind to now we're behind by, 5 months?
It was after the first of the year that we were really informed that it's going to be a little later.
Yeah, but it was
A
never
little
that late.
No.
I think we're gonna have to pull those things out and double check some things.
Okay.
Yeah, we signed a deal, John. You're right. A surcharge and a delay. We get both. We get the benefits of both.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be.
Right,
looked at.
unfortunately, I don't
Yeah.
have the contract in hand, I can't peruse it, so
We can get it.
we'll have to bust that out and check that out.
We can get it, and I think we will.
Okay, that's all I got for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
all right, and again, save the date, voting tomorrow. On the 19th, the Good Deeds Program at Adam Hall, pre-registration is required. 5/30/21 will be our Memorial Day observance, 9 a.m. at Maple Shade Cemetery. June 3rd and June 4th will be senior resident trash pickup event. Pre-registration required, and that's through the Department of Aging. And we'll have a large item drop-off day on 6/5/21. We don't have hours on that. What are we doing, 8 to 12 again?
8 to 1, I think. 8 to 1.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word for that, Nancy. And last year we did it from 8 to 12 so that we get all the stragglers for the hours with the stragglers to get out by
Yeah.
1.
True.
And Friday the 2nd, will be the June 2nd, will be the Auburn Bainbridge fireworks, dusk at the KHS campus. The rain day would be 7/3, which would be Saturday. Okay, and on that note, no additional comments, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
I got 8:06 on my phone.
Hang on.
I don't trust it.
8:06.
8:06.
Yeah, because this is slow, so I set it ahead so it breaks even.
8:06.
Put that tape.
8:06 is
Oh,
what
yeah,
it
right
is.
into that tape.
Oh, I was not planning on it, I can.
Can you give me a copy of the contract?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's the contracts here we have to sign.
I have two signatures on the copy of ownership, let's say, so, and then it's not like tomorrow, no.
See you, Frank. Okay.
Thank you, Dave.
I
See you, gentlemen. Thank you.
see-
Thank Dave.
Okay,
You're
Dave.
very welcome.
Bye,
See you,
Dave.
Chief. Have a good evening. We'll see you.
Bye now.
You had another new applicant from 2 days ago, I didn't send him. He has everything. Today, he was saying he's in, it's 200.
Do they want,
Okay.
you want witnesses to sign?
I want to, Wednesday.